My pre-order for Barrier Bones and the Midnight Soil is currently out for delivery. I'm literally sitting on the couch in view of my door, waiting for it to get here. Like, I'm not kidding. I am sitting here until it either arrives or I have to leave for work. But it's on the way. It's here! It's here! Oh my god, I'm so excited. It is finally here. Oh my god. It obviously did not arrive before work this morning. I've been so anxious all day because like it was pouring rain while I was at work and I knew that it was out for delivery and I wasn't home and I'm like, this is just gonna be in cardboard. It's a book, it's raining. But luckily I had a roommate home who was able to go outside and grab it like as soon as it was delivered. So it should be just fine. But let's open it. I'm so excited. It's here. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh my god, it's beautiful. The sticker, the sticker comes off. This signed edition sticker will come off. Thank you. Thank you, Schwab. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Ooh. Don't, Tony's here. And then Betty. And then we've got the signature on there as well. Oh my god, look at the art. Oh, that's beautiful. Tony really wants to be involved here. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I don't have words aside from just screaming that I'm excited. That's all that I can say. This is the rest of my night. This is all that I'm planning on doing for the rest of the day. So, fuck everything else that I'm reading. This is the priority. Okay, now that I've at least kind of calmed down, hi, welcome to the Bones vlog. It is release day for Bury Your Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. V.E. Schwab is my favorite author in the entire world, and I've been so excited for this book. Oh my god, I am so happy that this book is in my hands. I've been very closely following along with all of her newsletters and stuff as she's been talking about writing this book and the process of it and how difficult it's been for them, and I am just ecstatic to have this in my hands at long last, and I feel like this book deserves its own dedicated video. So in this video we are going to be reading Bury Your Bones in the Midnight Soil. Spoiler free, don't worry about it. I'm not going to give any spoilers for it, but I'll get to talk about it in real time as I am reading through this beautiful, beautiful book. So come along with me. If you have also read this book by the time that this video comes out, please keep the comments spoiler free. Or if you do want to discuss more in depth, just please put spoilers on the top of your comment. That way nobody gets spoiled for this book without wanting to. So yeah, I am hyped for this book. I've been thinking about it all day while I've been at work. It's been the only thing on my mind. All I wanted to do today is just come home and read this, especially after getting the email that it was delivered. The rest of my day was a write-off. I did nothing productive. I talked about this book to all of my coworkers today. It's all that I would talk about. Multiple customers, brought it up to them. Couldn't be stopped. So I'm gonna stop talking now and go get into my comfy clothes and start this book, and I will take you guys along with me. Okay, so first impressions of Bury Your Bones in the Midnight Soil. This is so good. Oh my god. So on Tuesday night, I got to page 132. So I am right here and I am loving this. I didn't have a chance to read at all yesterday and I'm really sad about it. So I haven't picked this up since Tuesday night. And then of course today I'm going to be in Toronto all day. So I again don't have time to read and I'm so upset. So all I want to do is just sit here and read this book and life is preventing me from doing so. But the bit that I read on Tuesday, I am just absolutely loving this book. Oh my god. It is amazing. It had me gooped and gagged and all the things. Oh man, this is so good. Where I'm at, the plot is just getting started and I'm so excited to see where it goes from here. There were some things that I didn't expect. I'm loving all of the characters so far. We haven't really interacted much with Lottie yet, but Alice and Sabine have had quite a bit of page time and they're both really interesting characters. I love how all of these characters feel so distinct. Like even if I didn't see a name on a page, I would know whose POV it was just because of the way that they're written. They all have very distinct personalities. I feel like the writing style changes too depending on whose POV it is, which is so interesting and just is really showing me how well crafted this book is. I'm always impressed by V.E. Schwab's writing, but this one especially just feels like there's been so much work put into it. And I know that's the case for all of her books again, but especially with this one, this just feels like there is love infused on every single page so far. And I really can't wait to see where the story goes from here. But sadly, won't be finding out today because I do have to run. I have a train to catch, but tomorrow I have a date with this book for the rest of the evening tomorrow after work. And I'll hopefully make some significant progress in it. Tony is on some drugs today. Oh my god. He doesn't do very well in the car. So my vet decided to try giving him a sedative before going to the vet, which did not work, by the way. He still was very upset in the car. And now he's just a little loopy. Poor guy. Hello, how we doing? First of all, I'm terribly sorry if the sound of the fan is annoying. I was trying to wait to do this update until the heat wasn't so bad. I don't have air conditioning and we're in the middle of a heat wave and the temperature has only gotten worse. But this video has to go up, so I gotta just deal with it. I literally have it right next to me, blowing directly at me, and that's the only way that I can function right now. It is 40 degrees currently. For any American watchers, that's roughly 105, and 88% humidity, so it's hot, it's wet, everything is sticky, and again, I don't have air conditioning, so I'm suffering. But the show must go on, so bury our bones in the midnight soil. I finished this a few days ago, and oh man. This was everything that I hoped it was going to be and way more. It exceeded every expectation that I could have possibly had for it. This is truly a special book, and I hope everyone who reads it loves it. I know that's not possible, but I can dream. This book is very slow and beautiful. It almost feels like nothing is happening, not in a bad way, just in a way that I was so mesmerized by the lives of these women that I barely noticed the passing of hundreds of pages. The plot is both simple and complex at the same time. It's simple in terms of like there's not a whole lot of like really huge things happening. There's no world-ending stakes at play, but the personal impacts and personal story is the whole point of this book. So that's what I mean by not much was happening. It's just that it was just these women's lives over hundreds of years. I was so immersed in the lives of these women. They were fascinating to read about. This is very much a character study. It's a really in-depth look at the lives and thoughts and feelings of these three women and how they affect each other over the span of centuries. The most predominant feeling in this book is this overwhelming sense of inevitability. As the reader, at least for me personally, I always go into books hoping for at least some semblance of a happy ending, but with this book, there really is no guarantee of that. I was hoping to see things start to work out, but at the same time, I couldn't really picture how things could go well for these characters. And of course, no spoilers, I'm not saying whether there is or wasn't a happy ending, you'll have to find out for yourself, but over the course of these 500 pages, there's this feeling of creeping dread. I was just waiting for a ball to drop to find out exactly what goes wrong in these women's lives, because you know that something is going to go wrong at some point. You're just waiting for shit to hit the fan, basically. And that feeling kept me so engaged throughout the entire course of this book. Whenever I wasn't reading it, I was thinking about it because I just wanted to know so badly what happened to these women. How did they get to the points where they're at before they meet, and how are their lives going to change after they meet? I had so many questions that I was just desperate to have answered, and I couldn't wait to have time to sit down and really delve into this book. I was really sucked into the lives of these women in a way that felt so intimate that it was almost voyeuristic. I felt like I should look away, but I couldn't. I needed to know what was going on. I wanted to know every juicy detail, all the gossip, everything that they were feeling, every toxic thought they had, all of their actions, and just watching these characters' lives deteriorate over the course of the years. It was truly a fascinating read. P.E. Schwab always has stunning writing, but that was especially the case in this book. All three characters have their own POV, and each POV had its own writing style. They were all so completely different from each other that I could easily tell who was speaking. I wrote in my notes here that Sabine feels languid and luxurious, like honey dripping down your fingers, whereas Alice is quick and stuttering like a heartbeat right at the beginning of a panic attack. And then Charlotte is warm and dreamy like a sunrise. All three of these characters are so distinct from each other, but at the same time, they have similarities in ways that I didn't expect. It's like all three of them are echoes of each other from their past lives. So Alice is an echo of Charlotte, and Charlotte is an echo of Sabine. And I think that's what draws these three together, because they get to see who they were in their past lives before their lives changed so drastically. And this added a layer of complexity that I really didn't expect. I probably should have expected it because, again, V.E. Schwab just kind of has a knack for doing that. But with this book, I really didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how she was going to weave their lives together, but she did so in such a beautiful way that was really outstanding. It all weaved together perfectly in a way that made so much sense and left me wanting more from all of them. It's like as I was reading, I was looking forward to when the POV would change, but then when it did, I was sad that we weren't following the same character anymore. I constantly wanted to be in the minds of all three. Each POV was equally interesting, which is a really hard thing to do, I find. Typically for me, when I'm reading a multi-POV book, there's always one that I don't really care for, and there's also always one that I want to be in the mind of the most. But in this case, it was perfectly equal for all three of them. They were all so well written and so interesting. I was genuinely invested in what they had to say and think and do, and that's such a rarity for me that I really applaud this author for being able to do that. This whole book is just a masterpiece, and I loved every single second of it. Obviously, I gave it a full 5 stars. I couldn't give it anything less than that, and I can't wait to reread this book over and over and over again, and I know that I'll get something new from it every time that I pick it up again. But yeah, that's the review. I'm so happy that I finally read this book, and I'm also really happy to put it down. That is a brick of a book on a good day, but I just got back from the gym and I did arms today, so my arms already feel like jello, and holding that book up for the last 10 minutes was a chore. I probably could have put it down. You know what book I'm talking about. I didn't need to hold it up, but it's so pretty that I wanted to continue showing off the cover for as long as I could, so either way. Anyways, let me know what you thought of Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, spoiler free, of course, down in the comments. I would love to hear what you thought of it if you've read it yet, and if you haven't read it yet, what are you doing? Go pick it up. But that'll do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Big congrats to Schwab for the release of this beautiful, wonderful book. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later on.